Hey there, Sodomites, it's John here with the Flickpick channel, and I have a lot of pent-up frustration and rage right now, and a lot of this stems from childhood neglect, and I'm just getting over a cold right now, so I've been addicted to cough drops. I've been sucking them, snorting them, shooting them up, everything I can. Alrighty guys, so first up on the list is red boxes. Hey, great concept. Pay $1, get the movie, you bring it back a day later. Okay, fine, I'm fine with that. Here's the major fucking flaw in this. The next generation of kids who go to rent movies are going to go to these red boxes, and they're going to only see about 100 different titles, which is only going to include newer movies. And let's face it, newer movies nowadays, 99% of them are pure shit, garbage, mediocre, mundane, pieces of shit Hollywood poops out into our mouths, and we swallow it. Because why? Because we're good consumers. Here's the thing that pisses me off. Redbox put video stores out of business. And video stores are where I discovered some of the greatest movies of all time. Just walking down the aisle, I seen a cool cover, I picked it up, I looked at it, I was able to touch the cover, turn it around. And here's what tomorrow's generation of kids are going to miss. They're going to miss walking into a video store, having that kid over there with a slight acne problem saying, "Hello, sir," and then you don't look at him because you don't want to make eye contact because he's just too weird. And then you can walk around, you can look at thousands of different titles of movies, walk up and down the aisles, and I'm going to fucking grab one. I was able to touch it, you could hold it, you could caress it, it was one of the problems that stem from the red boxes. Today's kids are going to go to the red box, and they're going to accept what it gives them. It's going to give them 100 new titles of newer movies, which they're all shit, and they're going to have to pick from those. They're never going to understand the classics that came out back in, the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, and beyond. They're never going to have the opportunity to even get their hands on that and accidentally rent that movie. If it wasn't for the video stores back in the mid-90s, when I was a kid wandering through the video store, pissing my parents off, hiding, and then renting movies that I wasn't even supposed to rent, I would have never discovered some of the great cinematic, masterpieces that I ever got my hands off. Such classics like, Silence of the Lambs, RoboCop, Shocker. Bad example. Sure, don't get me wrong, there's ways of finding them, but the video store was the best outlet for this. And with the demise of video stores, it brings a tear to my eye like an Indian. About it is video stores had the neon lights, they had the popcorn bags up in the front that were for sale, but they were a little overpriced, but you got them because you didn't want to go to the grocery store and buy one. Everything that you needed, they put you in the movie mood, and when you went to a video store, it wasn't just about getting, renting the movie, it was the whole process of it. And without that, I feel like it feels a little more cold, it feels a little more sterile, and the red box just doesn't feel right to me. Excuse me. I need to pop a cough drop. Alright. So, is it okay to use a red box? Sure, every once in a while. But here's the problem. There's a lack of selection at the red box. That's all I'm saying is, the kids of today aren't even going to understand the concept of a video store 10 years from now. And it's sad, it's pathetic, and it really just, it pumps my ass. That's right, I said pump my ass. Because you know why? I can handle it. They're going to go to this fucking red machine on the side of the road and pick one of the shitty movies Hollywood tells you to pick. And they're going to be so used to mediocreness that they're going to be dullards in life. Everyone's going to start naming their kid Todd. If your name's Todd, by the way, no offense to you. And it's already happening, guys. The expectation of quality is going way down. I mean, let's admit it. People are going to see mediocre pieces of shit movies that are getting praise that 10 years ago, no, 20 years ago, that people would have called that a piece of garbage, threw it in the trash, gave it 1 star, and it never would have even hit theaters. It would have been straight to VHS at best. And I feel like Redbox is putting us on the crash course to mediocre slop, Hollywood, mumbo-jumbo, filth, garbage, trash. And I didn't need to use that many words to describe it, but you know what? It made me feel better about who I am and what I'm doing. And you guys all know I can describe myself in one word, and that's an ass. Next, let's talk about the Super Bowl trailers. I need to hold a piece of paper in my hand because it makes me feel important. So the Super Bowl trailers were Captain America, Fast 5, Transformers 3, Pirates of the Caribbean, Super 8, and Thor. I think there was a few more, maybe so, but these are the ones that anybody gives a shit about, so we'll skip over the other ones. So, first off, Captain America. First of all, everyone gave Chris Evans shit from taking this role. Everyone said this movie's going to be shit. I mean, people seen the concept drawings. a while back ago, and they're like, oh, that looks like garbage, that looks like crap. But you know what? I always stood behind this, and I'm not just saying this because the trailer turned out fucking amazing. I'm saying this because it really irritates me when people put a movie down for months and months and months on end on the internet, and then finally, when they're proven wrong, they jump on the other side of the ship and say it looks fucking great. You know what? That's fine. I really do. That part doesn't piss me off that much. I don't know why I even said that. The thing about Chris Evans is he had the misfortune of being cast as Johnny Storm in those shitty Fantastic Four movies, and that's not his fault. You know, the guy was looking for a paycheck, fine. Here's the thing, Chris Evans makes a great fucking Captain America. He's got the build, you know, you add a little bit of blonde to his hair, he's a badass. He is Captain America. He fits the part, he looks the part, and I think Joe Johnston's doing a great job so far at this movie from the 30-second clip I got to see. And, you know, Joe Johnston's done a few shit movies, you know, and I'm sure he can recover from that, and Captain America looks fucking amazing. I'm fucking amped up. They had Fast Five. Now, this Fast Five actually looks like a movie. It doesn't look like, you know, an MTV R&B video with fast cars driving by and you know, a shaky cam with a lens flare on it. This actually looks like a pretty cool action movie. It's got The Rock in it. It's got Diesel in it. It's got Paul Walker in it. And usually you don't use all three of those names to describe a good movie, but in this situation, I think it looks okay. Now the last Fast and Furious movie, I thought was pure shit. It was bland, it was boring, and when they were driving through that tunnel, that cavern thing, it looked like a cheap PlayStation 2 video game. It just looked really bad, and everything about the movie, it was pretty mediocre at best. So this one looks like a fast, action-paced movie. It looks like it has a story behind it. It looks fun. Next up was Transformers 3. Now, I'm a Michael Bay nerd. I enjoy Michael Bay. You can say what you want about Michael Bay, but the man makes good-looking movies. I mean, and some of his Blu-rays that come out are some of the best Blu-rays I've ever seen. You know, Transformers looks amazing on 1080p. So, with that said, Transformers 2 did suck, I'll admit that, but I like Michael Bay movies. They're fun popcorn action flicks you can just sit down to, you know, turn off your brain and enjoy the movie. Because that's what it's about, folks. But it's definitely a darker tone film. It looked pretty damn cool. Optimus Prime was kicking ass. I can't wait to see it. That's my number 2, you know, most anticipated film of the summer. And the next one we seen was Pirates of the Caribbean. What is it? 4? Yeah, 4. You know what? I'm gonna see this movie. I'm gonna watch it. And but you know what? I'm really not looking forward to it. And here's the thing. It looked like the same shit from all 3 movies, just put into this one again. I enjoyed the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I thought that was phenomenal in every way. Take out little boy bitch Orlando Bloom, you put him on the side, and you would have had a perfect movie. But besides that, the second and third Pirates of the Caribbean movies, the second one, okay, decent sequel. The third one was pure shit. You had the big voodoo lady who turned into fucking crabs and then scattered across the poop deck. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Does anyone understand what that was about? I don't know. But that movie, the third one was too long. It was choppy. I don't know what the hell they were going for. And it was a pretty bad sequel in my opinion. But this new one, I've heard good things about it, so I'll definitely check it out, but I'm not, you know, holding my breath for it. The other trailer of the night was Thor. Now, Thor's one of those movies I'll see, I'm interested in, but I'm not a diehard fan by any means. I'll check it out. I think Chris Hemsworth, that's good enough. He's Australian, so that means he's cool. Hemsworth, yeah, that's it. I think he looks the part for Thor, and you know what, if I swung that way, I'd probably let him bench press me a few times, because that helmet looked pretty badass. But other than that, I thought some of the CGI they threw in the trailer looked a little bit, I don't know, sketchy, I guess. What the fuck am I, a skater boy? Sketchy? It looked kind of sloppy, it looked a little, I don't know, it didn't look finished quite, some of the CGI they threw in the trailer. I just don't think it's going to be on that epic tone that everyone thinks it's going to be on. I think it's going to be a little more subdued than we really think it is, and Captain America is definitely going to be the superhero movie of the summer. Not least, the Super 8 trailer, J.J. Abrams' Secret Project Super 8. You know what, I'll tell you what, I thought Cloverfield fucking sucked. And Go watch Cloverfield again. I dare you. I mean, how is that a rewatchable film? It's people running around with an HD cam. It's shaky. They accidentally run into the monster 10 times in this huge city out of 8 million people. They had a few cool shots in the film, especially when the thing jumped up at the chopper, and, you know, it doesn't save the film, though. I don't know how people bought Cloverfield. I really don't. If it's your favorite movie, which I know a few of you who it is, no offense to you, but I'd hate to say, I don't know how you could sit down and watch that movie over and over again. On the other, but Super 8, by the way, I mean, just the whole way they presented the trailer, I think they did what they needed to do there, and they made it feel like a Steven Spielberg. It felt like it had the magic of the 80s in it. I was floating when I watched the trailer. It felt like Stand By Me with a little bit of E.T. mixed in it, with a little bit of Jurassic Park in it. And that's what I got from the movie. You know, it's about a group of kids who encounter this this thing that escapes from a freight car going through their town. So, I mean, that's a cool concept to me. I just hope they don't do it all from the point of view of the 8mm camera. That's all I'm saying. Throw in some Steadicam, throw in a little bit of cinematography, and I think you're going to have a good movie. So I'm definitely interested in Super 8. Another thing that pisses me off so much I could crush up these fucking hot fries and snort them like yayo is people who bring their goddamn kids to movies that they shouldn't be in. There's a problem. Take your kids to SpongeBob SquarePants. That's fine. They deserve to go to that movie. I shouldn't be in that movie. That's why it doesn't piss me off. If I was in that movie, I'd probably be wearing a trench coat sitting in the corner. People who bring their fucking kids to movies at 10:30 at night to, like, I remember the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Some lady brought her kid, which was still in a carrier. What is that? What is it called? A carrier? We'll call it a fetus case. Oh, stroller. The lady brought her kid in a fucking stroller to Texas Chainsaw Massacre at 10 o'clock at night. I remember this like it was yesterday. So the movie's about to start. Of course she walks in, you know, 30 seconds after the previews and right when the movie's starting. She pushes in a stroller with her kid on it. Her and her, you know, garbage husband, who I don't think was even wearing shoes. But then it started just crying throughout the entire movie. I mean, every 10 minutes this baby would cry. And you think, okay, oh my god. So you guys out there who bring babies to movies, if you're going to bring the baby, bring the tack hammer too. Because this isn't even a tack hammer, guys, and I don't really condone child abuse. I do to an extent because it builds character. But just don't bring your fucking kids to a movie. It's that easy, you know. Alrighty guys, so this is my first rant video. If you guys want to see more down the road, let me know below. This isn't communist China. You know, say what you want to down below in the comments. Tell me what you thought. Share your opinions. Just say what you got to say. I want to hear it because I read every single one and I try to respond to every single one. And So anyway guys, this was John with the Flick Pig channel. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.